In the United Kingdom, a month-long police operation targeting those who are linked to growing cannabis were arrested. The successful operation involved 11,000 officers from all 43 police forces in England and Wales, as well as the National Crime Agency and Immigration Enforcement. Leviena Esguerra will give us more details.
More than 1,000 cannabis farms have been raided by the police across the UK, with plants worth £130 million seized and around 1,000 suspects arrested. This is after a month-long research and investigation by the police. Cannabis farms are found to be the cash cow for organised crime gangs who are also involved in other offences such as money laundering, Class A drug smuggling and violence. Throughout June, police located and searched large-scale cannabis groves to disrupt organised crime groups, or OCGs, and their illegal revenue streams. Steve Jupp, the National Police Chief's Council lead for serious and organised crime, explained that organised networks involved in cannabis production are also directly linked to other serious criminality, such as Class A drug importation, modern slavery, and wider violence and exploitation. He then further explained that the operation has successfully disrupted a significant amount of criminal activity and that the intelligence gathered will help inform future law enforcement across the country. Some of the data published showed that across the southeast, the following results were achieved. 58 warrants carried out, 11,941 cannabis plants seized, 43 arrests made, 25 charges, £15,990 seized. In Surrey, 6 warrants were executed and 8 arrests were made in relation to cannabis cultivation, and approximately 450 cannabis plants were seized. Nearly 200,000 cannabis plants with an estimated street value of between £115 to £130 million were seized, along with £636,000 in cash and 26 kilograms of cocaine. Of those arrested, more than 450 were later charged. National results from Operation Mile included 1,013 warrants and searches, 182,422 plants seized, worth an estimated £115 to £130 million, 967 arrested for offences including cannabis cultivation, money laundering and weapon offences, 20 firearms seized, £636,000 in cash seized, 26 kilograms of cocaine seized with a potential street value of £1 million. All 43 police forces across England and Wales, working with regional organised crimes units, ROCUs and partner agencies, dedicated resources to target the criminal networks involved in cannabis production and other serious criminality. On the other hand, cannabis factories are also considered a local threat. The buildings can cause unlawful obstruction of electricity, fumes, water damage and a risk to fire. Moreover, the UK police asked the British public for cooperation and that anyone with information about a potential cannabis factory or drug dealing can contact the local force online or via 101. The links between serious crime and those involved in cannabis cultivation are clear, with the drugs trade fueling gang violence as groups compete for territory and look to hunt out their opposition. Reporting from London, this has been Leviena Esguerra, SMNI News, United Kingdom.
Activists from Japan and South Korea meet to voice their fears regarding the release of treated wastewater from the Fukushima nuclear power plant. This report from Kent Hashimoto.
Civic activists in Japan and a group of opposition lawmakers from South Korea recently held a meeting in Tokyo to hear concerns regarding the Japanese government's discharge plan. Prior to the meeting, activists and legislators were holding a strike outside the official residence of Japan's Prime Minister to express their opposition. According to the government of Japan and Tokyo Electric Power Company, contaminated water can be mixed with clean water to lower chemical concentration and can be further cleaned using an advanced liquid processing system. Last Friday, the Japan Nuclear Regulation Authority issued an acceptance certificate to the water treatment facilities of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. One of the experts on the issue, Hideyoki Ban, Secretary General of the Tokyo-based Citizens Nuclear Information Center, expressed his concern about the so-called treated water.
政府や東京電力の評価というのは単にその単位量あたりの評価になっているので、 極めて不十分だというふうに言わざるを得ないと思います。まず食べ物を通して被爆をする、これが一番懸念されることです。で次には海水浴をするとか、なんか海で遊んで。
He also expressed concerns regarding Prime Minister Kishida's statement to tell his stand on the release of the contaminated water from the said plant, which will take place this year.
それは私たちは怒りを感じていますよね。そして、最後まで諦めずに方針転換を求めていきたいというふうに思います。
It can be remembered that a magnitude 9 earthquake and a strong tsunami hit Japan on March 11th, year 2011. Due to this, there were meltdowns at the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, which resulted in radiation leaks that reached a level 7 nuclear accident. To note, the plant generates large quantities of water containing radioactive substances from the cooldown of nuclear fuel in the reactor buildings. Now, 1 million tons of radioactive water are hidden in 1,000 storage tanks. 以上、日本からの橋本健太でした。SMI News Japan。